Hello everybody, welcome to Crafty Soup. My name is Misty. I didn't have a chance to share my full pile of projects that I completed in August, but it's just barely into September, so I thought I'd go ahead and do that now. Most of these first layouts you have seen before in videos, so I'm just gonna, these aren't in any order right now, I'm just gonna start here at the top. And pardon any noises if you hear, it's probably the furnace running because I do work in the basement. I will do post-audio cleanup of that as best I can, but it's not always that great. So this one I have a process video up for already. This was using my SCT sampler kit from the month, and in there was a fun stacked diamond die from Honeybee, so I put that to fun use on this background. This one has a layout process video with it as well. This was a counterfeit kit challenge, and I will link you up to any of the videos I mentioned in case you want to catch those. This was another counterfeit kit challenge, and pardon me, but I don't remember which of the challenges were which. Oh, this one was to use flags, or not flags, pennants. So I got that one in there. And, you know, I'm not quite remembering. So I'll link you up to these videos and you can catch the info there. Oh, I made this card, which actually I need to take with me tonight, so I'm glad I've been doing this now. This was for a friend who just had heart surgery, so I created this heart card and said, "You got this, friend," because so far he's doing very well. I'm going to set that off to the side so I remember to take it with me. This one I created partially with my counterfeit kit and partially with some other supplies, mostly extra cardstock to cut out these cut files. And these are cut files that I design and I offer them up for free on my blog, so I'll put a link to that as well. If you like cut files, you can go check that out. I also create sketches, and this layout was created from that sketch, or vice versa sometimes. So this process video is up if you want to check that out. I have a process video up for this, I think. Everything except for the bottom stack has process videos. This one I was just playing with some mixed media products that I hadn't played with, as well as some stickers that I'd had in my stash but hadn't played with. And since my daughter had an accident, live theater, one of her props dripped paint all over her, and that's the beauty of live theater. It can be quite challenging sometimes, so I thought the messy mixed media background was a great use for that photo. And then this layout was in a process video that I did to feature foiling because I had shared last month. The time's going by really fast. Last month I had shared a tips and technique video on how to add foiling to your project without needing an expensive foiling machine. And there's various tips, and I put several of them to use. But I was having some challenges, and if you want to hear those challenges and see what I did to overcome them, then you can check out that video. At the end of the video, I hadn't quite completed the layout because I was tired and frustrated, but I did add a few extra bits and pieces. I added a couple of, these are foam shapes that are double-sided adhesive foam, so I added foiling to those and tucked a few of those onto my layout here and there. So that finished off this layout enough for me. And that was using my counterfeit kit as well. And then here is the stack of new projects. I'm going to go ahead and move these out of the way. Because we went on a camping trip this past month, and in fact my channel was a little bit on the quiet side because of this trip. But I've got some great layouts to share. This is the intro page for a whole sequence of layouts. Instead of doing a mini album or anything like that, which I don't really like, sometimes I'll just pick my favorite photos and cram them onto a double page spread. But instead of all of that, I decided to do a whole series of layouts to give me plenty of room to show off my photos and then plenty of room to add journaling. I haven't added the journaling yet. I'm going to type that up on my computer and print it out into little square blocks. And that's because I am going to do 3 sets of this whole project. One for the family scrapbook album, and one for each album that belonged to the kids who came with us on this camping trip. So I've got some work cut out for me. But I'm just going to copy this whole process pretty much all the way through, just with different papers and embellishments, because I've kind of used up what I've got here. So this is the intro page, and this was a group camping bonfire photo, and that will be the front page. And then I processed my pages into who, what, when, where, and why. So this first set is the who, and we've got mom and dad, and mom who was enjoying the company of one of the camping dogs. This was a group camping trip, so we don't have a dog, but I snuggled up with somebody else's dog, which is a super bonus when you're going on a group thing. And then we've got dad. So that is the first who, and then this is the second who, and you can see I'm using a formula. So this side is a sheet of pattern paper, and with the portion that I cut off to create a border, I tore it into a strip to mirror it on the other page, and then I've got cardstock on cardstock with that border. And this is the other who, so this is our older kid who came with us on the trip, and she's playing around with her dad, and I was trying to sneak some photos in of them, and then they noticed me, and then they both gave me funny looks. So that is that. And then this is the 2 of us just goofing around on a nature walk. So this is the next spread of who, and this is our younger daughter who came with us, and she's the reason we took this trip because her alternative school hosts a summer camping trip every year, which we've never gone to. So we did this time around, and she pretty much didn't spend much time with us at all. She was with her friends. So that's Fiona and the VH teens, and they are off and out and about and at the beach a lot. They even went down to the beach in the middle of the night some of the times. And then we're moving on to the next category of what, and I only am keeping this in this order because that's usually how we say it: who, what, when, where, and why. I wanted to start with what, and maybe when I put them in my album I will, but for now I'm going to leave them in this order. So what is our camping trip? And as you can see, I've got spaces left over in various areas for that journaling that I'm going to add. And then to kind of balance out this layout, I added a photo of just our family, because we did manage to get one of those. And then I went into the when and the where because I felt like I didn't have as much to say about these things, so they worked to fit together. And I love to take detail photos of things, so I got a beach critter, some tide pool critters, and this photo came out very poorly because I was zooming in a lot with my camera. But those are some crows who were grooming each other, and I thought it was very sweet. So that is the when, where, and the last one, of course, is why. And this one is going to have more journaling than the rest. And then I just closed it out with some scenic photos of my oldest daughter. And it's nice to have this much space to really showcase the photos. And again, most of the product in here was from my counterfeit kit for this month, except all the cardstock. I did have to go grab a stack of cardstock because I think I've got 6 double-page spreads, so that's 12 sheets of white cardstock and at least 6 sheets of various blues. I didn't have enough blues, so I mix and matched my blues. So that is the huge stack of things that I did get done for the month of August. I hope you enjoy seeing the projects that I got accomplished this month, and hopefully I will work on the next 2 sets of these in the month of September. We shall see, and I have lots more videos for you coming up in September, so please join me for those. And until then, I hope you have an artful day.